Howdy folks, welcome back to Out of War. I'm over here at the tailings pile. I've kind of smashed it down with the bulldozer, spread it out a little bit, and we're going to do some cleanup and reconfigure of that, and then we'll get back to moving material, which is the name of the game. You can see though we're up to 3.3 million. Things are chugging along, and I'm right at the edge of the map. You can see here I can't cut that tree down, so the map boundary is like right here. I don't really need to buy that though, because there's not much to do down there, so I think we're just gonna live with it. But I am going to cut down the rest of these trees. I've already cut down quite a few over here. Get this area cleaned up. I'm going to use this whole bottom part here to gather up the tailings. I can keep pushing them down and spreading them out. I don't think I can cut that. We can cut this one though. And we can cut this stump. There we go. That's pretty much all the trees I can cut. So I'm going to spread this out a little bit more, and then I'm going to redo. You can see I've got my parts on the hotbar. I'm going to redo the way this is set up. So let's come over right here. That didn't work. Wasn't holding my mouth just right, I guess. I need to angle the blade down a little more. I had it down, but not enough. It's on a slope, so I think that throws a little bit of the math off sometimes. Yeah, we'll get there. Just wanted to smooth it out a little more. It seemed like, I think they had an update and the dozer like smashes down the dirt now, which is kind of cool. It's just what it seemed like it was doing. There we go, now we bid in. Unless that was my imagination. I thought I saw the dozer smashing in the dirt. Maybe not. It does take its sweet time sometimes shifting into the second gear. I'm not sure why. It's almost good in some ways. Makes it a little easier to control at low speed. Okay, and then we're into the do not own land. Yeah. I got you. The tree's kind of in the way, but I can't move it. I don't know what I was seeing. Maybe it was just reforming the terrain when it was pushing. I thought I saw it smashing down the dirt. But it doesn't look like that's the case. So it must have just been some deformation happening from the blade. Let's get a little more off the top here. There we go. Boy, it dug in that time. We've got Cocoa Puffs back. That's new. I don't remember seeing that before. Got all kinds of sideways on that push. Think about one more push if I can stay on track. That'll be pretty well spread out. This thing was as high as that chute there. It's actually kind of filling into the chute. So it got pretty high. It was a little out of control. There we go. All right, let's redo the setup on there. Wish you could lower the blade without it scooping up dirt. We'll just leave the blade up in the air, I guess. Turn that noisy beast off. Off? No, off. There we go, got that. So what I thought was we could put a splitter on here. We could have a couple of guys going like that. We'll do like a dual tailings pile here for a little while. Yeah, something like that. And then I was questioning, should I have this under there? I think you need to be here. And it doesn't look like it's floating out in the middle of the air too bad. So I think we'll do that, which means I need to move my dozer. Let's do that. We'll let the tailings pile up there. Let this guy settle down. We get the blade straightened up somewhat. There we go. I'm not sure where I'm going to use the dozer next. Maybe I'll just leave it sitting here. Whee! Wow, this thing does pivot fast now. We'll set it sideways so it can take off down the hill. Luckily that's not modeled, but yeah, you'd never want to drive directly on that steep of a slope. Your bulldozer were turned into a sled. And that's not good. Alright, what other changes have I made? I've been digging a lot. And then also I got a solar panel to run the lights. Seems a little counterintuitive, but work with me here. I don't know why there's a motor on there. Maybe to move the panel. In my head, this has a big battery bank that it charges up, and then it can run the lights at night. Yeah. Then I don't have to go around and turn the lights on and off all the time. I can turn off the plant and still have lights. So we did that, and I think that's about it. Oh, I did put these decorations around. I put some cones and stuff up just to kind of delineate the working space from the driving space. I think I've got everything pretty well cleaned out, except for the steel. Got a bunch of steel queued up. I've been digging a lot and got a lot of coal. Still got 2/3 of a stack of steel, though. So we really need more coal. I don't know if I should go underground or dig out here. It has been a while since I recorded. I think the last video I was digging coal here. So we should probably go back underground. I can show you what I got going underground. Been doing a little bit of work down there. Oh, before I do that, let's get our wood processing. I did chop down quite a few trees. So I've got this guy over here, and it's basically just making beams. Yeah, we'll make some beams. Put that in there, we'll grab those, and then this guy can make the stuff. Some more blocks, we got some more of that. Let's queue up another, say 40 of these guys. And then we're doing okay on the wood floor. We'll hold on that for now. But we'll just let that percolate away while we're working. Then just head back down underground. I've been doing a little bit of digging down in here. I might want to... I thought about rewiring these. Should I rewire these into the other solar lights? Then they're always on as well. Let's do that. I think I've got enough cable. I've got... Oh, you can't do... Oh, that's such a pain in the butt. Alright, we'll do that then. We'll stick that there. And I'm going to undo this one as well. Stick that back there. How ridiculous does it look? I go from here to here. It looks really obnoxious. All right. I had a feeling it was going to be that way. What if I put this on the end? I can't put it on the end. I was going to put it right there, but I can't put it right there. I could put it there. Would that light up the entrance? Perhaps. It looks slightly less ridiculous going to there. And then I need some power up to here, which I can't reach. So I do need another power pole or power attachment of some kind. So let's go look in our little parts cabinet over here. Hopefully someday we'll be able to switch lights on permanently. That would be cool. Yeah, we've got some pylons. I've got some poles. We can make it work. Maybe with this pylon I could move that light further in. So what if I put a pylon there and then... So I have my light over there. So that is on the grid. Let's try that. So that can go to that. That can go down to that. It's going through the ground a little bit, but we can fix that with the pickaxe. Now I need to get up to this power, because I think that one is tapped out as far as number of connection goes. We could do something like this, maybe? That, and then I've got 3 more power cables. Will you reach? Oh, you don't quite reach. So close. So very close. Let's just make you wood, since you're just going to be a power pylon. Let's do something like that, and we'll throw a pylon on the side. I know this is low, and it's a hazard to human and animal alike, but that's okay. It'll give people something to comment on. Okay, in theory now, I can turn these lights on, and they'll actually stay on. No? Oh. I didn't actually hook that one up. Let's hook that up with our last power cable. There we go. Ta-da! That should actually be over one. There we go. Can I get one more cable on there? Oh, I've got that hooked up wrong. That needs to go to... Derp. That needs to go there. Just hooked my power grids together. It's wonder I didn't blow up something. You need to go to there. We'll get this figured out. Nope. We'll get this figured out. Okay, wall mounted light goes there. You go up to the low pole. There we go. And then this guy. Also hooks up to that. Now these should be on the solar. All the lights should be together now. Yay! That was a little convoluted there. Got a little out of control, but there we go. Now we have all of our lights making sense for the most part. This area over here could really use some love. That's not what we're all about. Let's head down underneath the ground. Move some material because we need to make some money. I'm kind of liking the idea of a bagger up there at the top. So I've been cleaning all this out. I blasted down some more and cleaned that all out. I've been cleaning out the edges there. Starting to get into a little more of the stone as I clear away the blasted rock. So I think I need a little bit of ammo there just to soften things up. So we'll throw you down right there. Fire in the hole. That'll soften that up. We can stick all of our junk in here. We're not powered at the moment. We're just going to be filling up the hopper. So yeah, lots to do down here. I'm going to see. Should I bring down? Let's bring down this ledge. We're going to go boom, 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 boom. And then we're going to go boom. Hopefully that doesn't cover up the hopper. Not completely. All right, cool. Nailed it. Oh, I messed up my floor. It's going to be hard to drive. Now I'll hop in this little guy and we'll try to start cleaning up some stuff. It's so weird hopping in this thing after driving the others. He's a little baby loader. Alright, if I can get up here, I think I'm gonna have to clean up on the hopper itself before we can do too much. Got this cavern we can use as a turnaround point. I can also cheat a little bit and... Can I put some of this in there, or did it already do that? Yeah, I think it already cleaned it out. See the edge here. Alright, it's kind of dark in here. It keeps turning off my flashlight every time I get in the loader. It's a feature. Kind of wish we had angled deck plates. I keep falling into the conveyor hole up here. It's kind of awkward. You go, riding that fine line of scooping but keeping the front wheels on the ground. Alright, we got some material in there. Let's get the plant fired up. I gotta run all the way back up to the top. I kind of need to redo the tunnel so I could dump into that other hopper without turning everything on. But that's fine. We'll let it process. Here, I got some ore. Let's throw that in there. We got some coal, dirt, copper, and pay dirt. There we go. Throw that in there. Now we can get the other guy turned on. Whee! The water turned on for that guy. He'll be more efficient. I can come down here and turn this guy on. We should get some material flowing into there. Very nice. It's a really awkward angle to try to scoop, but it actually worked out. If I can get the ramp cleared off, I can turn around. Kind of start running back the other direction. Nice. That was a good scoop. And then half of it falls out. Stuck on something? Oh, I scooped down too far. It's hard to see in the dark. Here, I'll get the flashlight on. We'll get the magic shovel. Come here, you. Alright, we still got half a scoop. Yeah, it went down a little too far there in front of the ramp. Somehow I got a huge divot right here, or a big bump. Let's get that smoothed out a little bit. Let's see if I can get turned around. Bonk. That's what bumpers are for. Come on, little loader. I know you got it in you. Don't see any more going up the incline, so we actually ran through all the material that was in the hopper. Can't turn quite enough. See if we can get to the hopper with something left in the bucket. Bonk. Boy. This was a rough cleanup. It's a lot of copper, though. Okay, can we get any off this side here? Let's try. Oh, there's a little floaty bit back here. Where are you, little floaty bit? There you are. Schmack. Schmack. Nope. Schmack. There it is. Got it. Didn't want that to cause problems on down the road. This is rough down here now. Especially with the little tiny loader. See if I can even this up just a bit. It's hard to drive. Fuel low. Yep. It's about that time, isn't it? Alright, one more scoop. Need a little bit of coal in there, maybe. I think we mostly had copper, but there should be some rock in there, so we'll see how our tailings are doing. I guess I could get a full snoot full of rock. Send through there. There's a little bit of solid rock. We need to blast again. There we go. That should be a decent little bit of blasted rock. Alright, let's head out, get some fuel, and we'll take a look up top to see what we're doing. A tiny bit of coal. Dump that and that. There we go. Send that on up. Alright, how are we looking? I put a little ramp here just because I got tired of jumping. Whee! Yeah, not much gold. It's going to be mostly copper is my guess. We dug a lot of copper. So let's go see how we're doing over here. Oh yeah, lots coming in. Almost a stack. Very nice. Is that it? Cool. We got a diamond and a ruby. Nice. Well, we'll do one each. Perfect. I do have a little bit of silicon, a little bit of gold to sell. 158 bucks, and then we got 158,000. Very cool. They were at 3.482 million. We are chugging along. I think that'll do it for this one now. Just working the plant. That's the name of the game. I'm going to keep on doing that and going to try to expand a little bit underground. I'd like to kind of head off in a different direction with the tunneler. Now that I've got it opened up a little bit there, we'll see. Probably going to have to do a little more digging. But I kind of like to go off crossways at like a 90-degree angle at some point. So I'll see what I need to do to make that happen. We'll go from there. Thanks as always for watching, folks. I'll catch you in the next adventure. Take care. Apparently we put a truck horn on the loader.